Hey guys, in this video we're going to be checking out a newer tripod, and the thing that's quite intriguing is its compact size and lightweightness. So this is the carbon fiber 66-inch tripod, and it weighs less than 3.5 pounds but can hold over 26 pounds of weight on top of itself, so it should work for a lot of gear. So we can see that it's quite small. I'm holding it here in my hand. So it's very compact and good for travel. So it does have this little baggie comes in. Not very high quality, but it does include one. And also a little carrying strap. So there's a zipper here, and the bag just kind of opens somewhat of the way. We got the tripod itself here. And also some paperwork, customer service card and how to reach the company, and the user manual that shows how to use the tripod and all of its functions. Also in the baggie we get an Allen wrench, and that's to adjust the tightness on the legs. So let's get the tripod out of the bag. So yeah, we can see how the strands of carbon fiber are woven into the legs, and this thing is quite light. And this is a big advantage of having carbon fiber, is the weight. So when you do put the tripod away, it folds backwards on itself, so the legs kind of fold out this way. And on the legs we have these locking clips that lock certain positions, like wider and then more narrower at different angles depending on, how you set it up. So let's say like this. By the way, I guess there is a model number, and it's called the N55C. So the way the legs extend is we're using the round lockers here. So these usually work pretty good and quite comfortable and quick to adjust. It comes with really nice rubber feet, and this is what the smallest leg looks like. It's definitely small and lightweight, but overall everything feels pretty good. And you want to be careful with locking this type of mechanism here, because the side is all plastic, and if you over tighten it too hard, you could break the little plastic pieces inside, and that could cause a failure, and then it won't work anymore. So you want to be kind of easy on the tightening. But once it gets a little tight, you leave it, and that should be more than tight enough. So yeah, just a little tip, because a lot of people break these from over tightening. So another great thing about this tripod is that you are able to use it as a monopod, or there is a detachable leg, should I say, and that simply just unscrews right from here, this break point. And you guys can see we have the leg, and obviously you can expand it and make it into a monopod. So I'm not going to expand it too much so we can get it in the frame here. But on the top here we can see there's some threads here, and that's going to be for the ball mount, which unscrews from the main tripod. By the way, on the main part, on the center rod, it is adjustable. Also same way with this locking ring. It does go up and down, and we do have the industry standard larger thread there for ball mounts. So yeah, we're just going to take the head here and put it on the tripod, and now we have a monopod option. If we wanted that, we can spread it and then, go around and do our thing. So let's take a closer look at the head itself. So we got the Neewer logo. We got little indicators here of how much we've panned. And it is a pretty nice pan, but there's quite a bit of grease coming out of it, so watch out for that. We do have a lock here for panning. And then here we have a pretty large knob, and this locks the ball on the top. So it is a ball head. And we do have a cutout here which can go straight down. And the big knob here tightens the ball where it doesn't move. On the top of the connecting plate, we have a leveling sight, and then another one on the side, which is also the knob that releases the plate they use to connect your camera to, and then locks in place. So yeah, pretty generic stuff here. And this bracket here is actually quite large, which is nice. So if you have a larger camera, you have a little bit more stability. But yeah, everything feels really good and solid. No complaints here. And honestly, quite lightweight, especially if you get rid of the ball head itself. I mean, it's amazing how light this is. It feels ultra light. And by the way, if you do some hiking to, capture a scene, you could use this monopod here as a walking stick to kind of grab onto. So, all right, so let's collapse this thing and we'll put it back on the tripod. All right, so I got the legs spread out all the way, and yeah, you could get a really nice wide stance if you needed it. Now there is another option where you can actually flip this thing around. And the way to do that is we're going to unscrew this part here underneath, which is the little hook with the spring, and then this pole here will slide completely out. And there is a groove in it, so it keeps it from, going in circles. So now we can go from underneath, line up the groove and go through there, lock it in, raise our legs here, And so now we have the option of hanging the camera upside down if we really need to get that low shot. And you can put this little spring-loaded bolt washer back on the top so it doesn't fall right out when you go all the way down. Now another thing I forgot to mention is at the end of this main pole, you can screw this into the monopod leg. Now let me just go ahead and show you guys. Only takes a second here. So you can connect the monopod leg to this piece to extend it if you need a longer, height. And now you really have a long monopod. And obviously your ball would go on top of that. So yeah, lots of options, guys. And honestly, this whole time I'm playing with it, I'm quite impressed with the weight. Everything is so light. So this is truly a pretty lightweight tripod here that would be great for travel. So I want to show you guys what 66 inches looks like. So I got the tripod all the way extended. And yeah, it's pretty tall. It's definitely over your head. So yeah, plenty distance to the top. All right, so let's go ahead and put a camera on here. So I'm gonna pull this one out for now. And I already have one mounted to my camera, which is very similar. So that's just gonna sit in there and then we're gonna tighten it. And just like that, we're on. So yeah, very simple and quick. And obviously you're on a ball here, so you can, adjust how you want it. Go all the way down or even all the way up like this. So lots of different options. And we can pan around where we need to. And then lock it in and we're good. So yeah, it's quite sturdy, especially for how lightweight this is. And the ball lock seems to be very nice because if I start tightening just a little, it starts to have some friction on the ball, but it's still movable. And now it's to the point where it's grabbing to hold it enough, but not all the way. And then just a little more without not too much effort, and it seems to be locked in pretty good. But obviously if you want it locked really good, let's see, there's a lot of weight trying to fall here. Let's see how hard it is. Yeah, it didn't take much effort and it's not going down. Obviously I can force it down, but it's not going down easy. So, and if you want to tighten it more, you can obviously. Very smooth and precise ball. Also guys, if you do need to adjust your legs tighter or looser with this wrench that's included, like one of my legs here is really hard to move. It's this one right here. It's a really hard time moving around, so I'm going to just loosen them up a bit, and there's a bolt on each end, and then we're going to feel how that feels and adjust it accordingly. So yeah, there we go. Now it feels pretty good. So it's got some weight to it, but it's not impossible to move. And we can go through all of them and check them. This one's really good, and this one's a little tight, so I'm going to loosen it just a bit. And there we go. Perfect. Now these do get loosened over time, so that's why they include this wrench to tighten them up. So if yours get loose, just tighten them up a bit and then they'll be back to new again. Alright guys, so this is the Neewer carbon fiber, I guess model number N55C tripod. So I love the lightweightness and the compactness of it, and when you do need to travel, it folds up quite small. So I think for what it is, it's great, and if I need to go out anywhere, I'm definitely grabbing this thing with me. So if you guys are interested in this thing, I'm going to have some links in the description. Check it out, and if you enjoyed this video, then hit that like button. I did do a review of another carbon fiber tripod that's quite a bit nicer and more heavy duty, so check that video out. And also, if you enjoy videos like this, I do a lot of interesting things on this channel, so stay tuned. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.